So the aftermath of Tommy Robinson's arrest during the March Against Anti-Semitism in London is that he is banned now from London until January the 22nd, when he will appear at Westminster Magistrates Court to answer for the charge of failing to comply with a Section 35 direction excluding a person from an area. Of course, this arrest and exclusion from London is an absolute gift for people who want to see Tommy Robinson not only locked up but completely destroyed. And what they don't understand is this will just make him a martyr. It's the same with every ideology, political movement, etc. If a well-known, influential, respected and constantly persecuted and silenced member of that political movement or ideology is murdered by either the authorities or the opposite side, if you will, then it's only natural they become a martyr. The same could be said for someone possibly of Tommy Robinson's standing but on the left side of politics. And their activism doesn't stop there. It gets carried out by someone else and it continues. Now, this particular march against anti-Semitism in London on the weekend, it was the biggest march for that cause since the Battle of Cable Street in 1936, when Londoners confronted the British Union of Fascists, if I remember. Not that I was alive then. And they were led by Oswald Mosley. Now, Tommy Robinson attended that march anyway, as it was his right to, in his role as an independent journalist, and that's what he is. He is actually a journalist. And he was there with his cameraman, and that's it. He didn't turn up with any weapons, he didn't turn up with any pro-terrorist flags, he didn't climb any monuments, and he wasn't chanting any genocidal slogans, unlike people who attended the recent Free Plasticine pro-Hamas marches in London. They did all that. They had ISIS and Hamas flags, all of which are proscribed terrorist organisations. They had the bandanas on their heads. They had racist placards as well, calling people like Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman coconuts. And if you don't know what that term means, then look it up. And they had hate preachers preaching to their masses, calling for the rise of a Muslim army and jihad against Israel. And yet none of these people are banned from London or have to appear in court for their actions, which is quite telling, isn't it? And the inaction of the Met Police and the woke establishments to prosecute these people, come down hard on them for what they're doing, is telling, and it just emboldens them. The lack of them having their collar felt by the law is making them braver, making them more outspoken, and it's revealed their hand. And regardless of what you think about Tommy Robinson, I've never ever seen him incite violence against anyone, direct hatred, or calling for genocide. If anyone has, then by all means prove me wrong in the comments. But I think his appearance at Westminster Magistrates Court in January will be the perfect excuse for the establishment, the court system, etc., and the lefties, of course, to lock Tommy up for 2 years. They're looking to imprison him for 2 years anyway for an alleged breach of an injunction. And then once he's in prison, he is, of course, at their mercy. And the fact this is happening to one guy in Britain in 2023, it's outrageous, isn't it? When there are people on the streets doing far more damage and spewing hatred, real hatred, and even genocide, and they're still walking the streets and the police don't even flutter an eyelid at them. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Anyway, that's my video. I hope you like. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, Roger Trout.